I want to first look at the recommendation of this report.
Yes.
I believe the probation officer also seems to recognize that these are a fair court.
Yes.
And therefore, she states that the court should have discretion on this matter. Having said that, there's the question on the conclusion by this probation officer.
Yes.
There are about 3 or 4 factors the office has considered to conclude that there is reduced risk of absconding or likelihood, and there is likelihood that the accused person will attend court. It is in this report.
Yes.
What are these factors? 1, the good officer states, the probation officer, that she has established that the accused person has very good and stable community ties.
Yes.
He has a supportive family. He has fixed places of abode.
Yes.
He has a good history of employment in disciplined services. For over 10 years, he was employed in the year 2013.
Or he's a police officer?
Yes, he's an officer. He's in the discipline process.
Okay. Just let me understand. And who is the complainant?
The complainant,
Mary Clare Osewe.
Your Honor, perhaps I believe
I just without putting that on record, I just want to go with the flow. Who is the complainant?
It doesn't have summary, so let me just summarize for benefit. The complainant in this matter, the victim in this matter,
Yes.
had a relationship with the accused person.
What sort of relationship? Business?
Not business, a
Just
romantic
say it.
relationship.
Yes.
Romantic relationship.
Yeah. Okay.
And the report points out that they
I'm not
at one time they were
Yes.
even cohabiting as a wife.
Okay.
It's there in the report.
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Now I will go with the flow. Go on, Mr. Omanga. Yes.
Your Honor, still in this report, it has been established that the accused person is very active in religious matters. In fact, just like myself,
Yes.
is a member of a music group. The music group is called Lighthouse.
Yes.
Is an active member of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, just like myself. Yes, this is something that is the public domain.
Okay.
Yes. Your Honor,
Aha. Now I'm in the know. Sorry. I was a little behind. Now I know. Now that you have talked about SDA and the music group, now I know.
very well, Your Honor.
That's how far my ignorance goes. Now I know.
Your Honor, still, these are.
It's what has been on the social media, right?
It has been on the social media.
All right.
Very
Go
well.
on.
Your Honor, as I've stated, one of the persons who was interviewed
Yes.
or interrogated was a church pastor by the name Ishmael Owiro from a church called Nyarombo SDA Church, where the accused person worships. The good pastor indicated that he has known the accused person almost all his life. And he described the accused person as a very dedicated and committed member of the church. A very humble orphan, was orphaned at a very tender age, unfortunately. And that the accused person has never shown any violent traits.
Yes.
Your Honor, as I want to make it a little brief.
Please do.
Yes. I want to pray for leniency and favorable terms on very few grounds. One, the accused person has a very young family. He has 2 children, both very young. He has a wife.
Yes.
He is the sole breadwinner, not only for his immediate family, but even to extended families. So many people depend on him. He is employed and relies entirely on his job. You know, when the accused person keeps being detained, it's a risk to his employment. If he loses his job, all the people depending on him will have no way of surviving. And that's why the family has come up to really try and support him, to have him at least get some bond or bail from this on the court. Your Honor, as I conclude, I would want the court to have a look at 2 case laws. There's the well-known case of Dwight Sagarai.
Sorry?
Dwight Sagarai, the 2012 case,
Yes.
well known to courts. Because I've seen issues of interference that have been raised. And the question arises, how do you substantiate interference with witnesses?
Yes.
The case of Michael Oremo, also, that is in the Court of Appeal, perhaps most people know it as the Obado case, raised issues that should be established when the prosecution wants to justify interference with witnesses. There has to be material evidence before court to substantiate such allegations. The question is there anything that has been brought before this court to substantiate such allegations? That there are any intentions or there is any possibility or capacity of the accused person to interfere with victims or even witnesses?
Yes.
You know, these people, the prosecution speaks, or even the report also touches on something, some element of, I like how it was put, he might also be a threat to himself. You know, I don't know if I should really measure on that, because I believe any human being can be a threat to themselves, even myself. It should not be a factor to consider on granting bail or bond. You know, with all humility, I'm humbly requesting you to today grant bail, grant bond with favorable terms to the accused person in the interest of justice. Your Honor, I humbly pray. Thank you.
So, Your Honor, I do not wish to regurgitate what my colleague has said, other than just to highlight a few points. And the first issue is that, Your Honor, pursuant to the bond and bail guidelines, the primary consideration for grant of bail is attendance to court. And Your Honor, from this report, it has been established by the probation officers. And Your Honor, perhaps I can just read a small paragraph so that Your Honor can understand that these factors generally indicate a reduced risk of absconding and suggest a likelihood of compliance with court attendance. So Your Honor, considering that the main objective of bail is attendance of court, that has been confirmed. So the only issue is that the concerns that have been raised in respect to by the victim. And Your Honor, the only concerns that have been raised are safety concerns. Your Honor, because my colleague has already submitted on the issue of interference of witnesses, Your Honor, in fact, there is no suggestion that there is any evidence to show that there was any interference of witnesses. So, Your Honor, the only issue is the safety concerns that have been raised by the victim. So, Your Honor, and there is a guidance to this Honorable Court under that is paragraph 4.31 of the bail and bond policy guideline, which provides that the court can put certain conditions on bail. So, Your Honor, under these circumstances, considering that the only issue is safety concerns, this Honorable Court has the discretion to attach certain conditions. For example, that the accused person should not, or to refrain from maybe contacting the victims or witnesses. So, Your Honor, that would suffice to cater for the concerns of the victim. So, Your Honor, because that is the only concern that is raised in that probation, in that prebail report. So, Your Honor, another issue that I would want the court to consider is the period of detention. Your Honor, the accused person has already been in custody for over 22 days. So, Your Honor, considering that long detention, we do humbly request that this court considers that he has already been in custody for so long and that he is entitled to bail based on that.